Welcome to Cigars on the Front Porch. I am your host, Uncle Scotty, and today this is episode number 58. Episode number 58 at 11:58 p.m. on July the 24th. 78 degrees outside, and in the tent or in the lounge is 84 degrees. So like a 6 degree difference, 6 degrees warmer in here. I do got fans going, I got ventilation, so I'm comfortable. A little sweaty, but I'm comfortable. I just barely made this recording on time. It's been too hot to do it during the day, so I had to wait till it got cooler, and I meant to get started a little earlier. But the good news is today is July 24th. Today is a special episode for me. It would have been my mother's 97th birthday. So I made it by 2 minutes. Would have made it to record the video, like starting out on her birthday, and it'll carry over until the next day. I've been wanting to do this particular cigar for a while, and this cigar is the Camacho. There we go. It's the Camacho Broadleaf Toro 6x50. It is a Honduran-based cigar. It's medium to full body. The wrapper is Honduran, the binder is Honduran, and the filler is Dominican Honduran. It's lemon, pepper, dried fruit, like raisins, fig, cherry, earth, and caramel. Sounds like a unique combination. I couldn't tell you last time I had a bad Camacho or ever. So I'm really excited about this one. It's been in the humidor since May the 29th, which is a pretty short term for me. So May 29th, June, July 29th, today's 24th. Almost 2 months. Almost 2 months. I do require at least a minimum of 2 weeks, but for 2 months. I skipped it ahead of some of the other cigars. I hope they're not going to be jealous. But nevertheless, this is episode number 58 with Cigars on the Front Porch with your host, Uncle Scotty. Please make sure that you like and subscribe and click on the notification link for the channel. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and take the cellophane off and start with a pre-draw and get it cut up and do it a pre-draw, and we'll go from there. Stay tuned for Cigars on the Front Porch with your host, Uncle Scotty. Cigars on the Front Porch with your host, Uncle Scotty. And we're doing this Camacho Broadleaf Toro 6x50. On this one, I paid $13 for it, which is it's average, but it's a little bit more than what I'm used to paying. I usually get mine online, average anywhere between $4 to $5, $6 for them. But $13 is a reasonable price, especially for a Camacho. On this pre-draw, yeah, raisins. Raisins and leather. Yeah, a sweet raisin, if you could call a raisin sweet. A little bit of pepper on the cap. All right, we're going to go ahead and get this one lit up. Stay tuned. I'll be right back. All right, we're back with Cigars on the Front Porch with your host, Uncle Scotty. And we're working on this Camacho Broadleaf Toro 6x50. Started at 11:58. I give this one a good hour and a half. So maybe 1:30 on this one. 1:15, 1:30. It says mild, medium to full. This may wind up being a full body, a light full body. Fruity, leathery. Waiting for the caramel to come out, give it a little sweetness. Starting out decent on the burn. All right, and as far as with the aroma, no aroma. Aftertaste, no, shouldn't be any. Draw on it, I got a decent draw. I did a punch cut, which is something that I've been doing lately, and I'm not a particular fan of punch cuts. I think because I had some bad experiences that I actually cracked the head on a couple cigars, and it just kind of turned me off to a punch cut. But then I realized it could have been me and how I was practicing, how I was doing the cut, and it could have also been the cigar itself, or both. But that should be no turnoff to using a punch cut. The kick on this one, I got a feeling it's going to be a good one. It's burning well so far. And of course, the price on this one was $13. So stay tuned for Cigars on the Front Porch as we work on this Camacho broadleaf. Make sure you like, subscribe, click on the notification link for the channel. Alrighty, welcome back to Cigars on the Front Porch with your host, Uncle Scotty. We're doing a review of this Camacho broadleaf, and I just want to show you the ash and construction on this one. Now, I had to touch it up once. I'm probably going to have to touch it up again. But outside of that, the construction is holding on this one. We're in the first third. And it's doing well. Side it down for a moment. Try to take a look at something. See if we can't relight this. That's too much. When you start seeing that flame come off like that, you're doing too much. You don't want to char. You want to just let the heat from the flame kind of get it going. There we go. Like I said, I've had to touch it up, I think 2 or 3 times. And I had to relight it once. In this first third, definitely picking up some dry fruit, leather. Haven't picked up any caramel yet, but it's doing well. It's doing well. Seems to be an enjoyable stick. And of course, I always usually try to have a theme for the day. I think I got one. We should see. I think it's like learn to let things be. Learn to walk away. I believe that walking away is one of the greatest strengths that you could kind of muster up. It is very easy for someone to have a reaction. And I'm not saying reactions aren't important, they are, but they have a certain place and a certain time. Sometimes walking away without giving a reaction is a great answer. Give me some comments and feedback on that. What do you think of some things that you should just walk away and don't worry about and move on with your life? And there are some things you need to speak up. Some things you need to say something. And then some things you don't. I think it's not an either or, it's a mixture of the two. You just have to learn to balance and when to do those things. Yeah, you just have to learn to balance. Stay tuned for Cigars on the Front Porch with your host, Uncle Scotty. We're doing a review on the Camacho Broadleaf. Welcome back to Cigars on the Front Porch with your host, Uncle Scotty. And we're finishing up on the final third of this Camacho Broadleaf. There's some leather and a little bit of spice, a little bit of dried fruit. And I'm going to do a little bit more, and then we'll finish off on this final third. So stay tuned for Cigars on the Front Porch with your host, Uncle Scotty. All right, we're back with Cigars on the Front Porch with your host, Uncle Scotty. And I'm going to finish up on this Camacho Broadleaf. I'll give it an overall a decent cigar. I hyped it up myself a tad bit too much. But it's a good cigar. Leather, spice, a little bit of sweetness. It's all right. It's a good cigar. I want to thank you for joining me with Cigars on the Front Porch, episode number 58 with your host, Uncle Scotty. Please make sure you like, subscribe, click on the notification link. I'll see you on the next go around.